Good morning, good people of Zandt County. I am coming to answer a couple of questions, maybe, and to give you a little bit more information. This morning, I'm meeting another reporter out of Tyler with KLTV. We are meeting at 10 a.m. at Firegrounds Coffee here in Canton. So if you want to join us, feel free, or if you want to drive by and honk and support, that's also great. I have had hundreds of people contact me, and please keep this momentum going. We cannot make a change if we don't all stand together. We, the people, can make a change. I realize it's not just a local issue, it is definitely a legislative state issue, but we have to start somewhere. And I will say that locally, they say, go look at state. State says, go look at your local, because we have contacted Lance Gooden and Slayton. And both of them said you need to start locally. I agree with that. We have to start locally, but it is a bigger issue. And in the long run, we have to tackle both local and state. So we've got to band together and keep this momentum going. So I have had a lot of people ask me, Tiffany, can you help me read this? I really don't even know what I'm looking at. And yes, absolutely I can. I also want to dispel one myth. People, employees directly from the appraisal district have said, and I have, to me personally, multiple times, you don't have to worry about the market value of your property because you have a homestead. Don't even look at the market value. What you need to worry about is the taxable value. And that could not be a bigger lie. That is not true. And I'll tell you why. Because while you're not taxed at the market value yet, every single year, that increase is trying to get to market value. And if they never perpetually stop increasing market value, you're never going to stop increasing. So no, they're wrong. Market value is incredibly important to pay attention to. And if you feel it's not fair, you should protest it every single year, every year. You can make the same list if you haven't repaired it, because your property, I can tell you from a market standpoint, people don't want sweat equity anymore. They don't want to buy a problem. They want to buy turnkey, move in. They don't want to do anything kind of property. It's rare when somebody wants something to work on. So would you be able to sell your home as it sits right now? Probably not. You would probably need to put several thousands of dollars into a home if it needs significant repair. So make your list on that. Also, let's see, I had several things. It's different. I mean, so many people have contacted me. I even had a disabled veteran contact me, 100% disabled, which means they're completely exempt from paying their property tax. That benefit also goes to a surviving spouse in the event that they pass away. So they asked me, do I need to worry about market value because I don't even pay taxes? Yes, you still need to, you have the right to protest it, and you should protest it every single year, because if you don't, when the event comes and we graduate to the next level and we're no longer here, and you want to leave that property to a family member, your heirs, whoever it is, they're going to be hit with a huge tax increase because your market value becomes their taxable value. Now, there are ways around that, but it takes estate planning. And I do want to stop right here and remind you that I'm not a tax planner. I'm not a tax appraiser. I'm not a estate planner, but I have done a lot of research, and I have, I just want to share a little bit of knowledge that I do have, but there are ways around that. I had a senior citizen contact me and say, but I thought my taxes froze, and I really don't have enough money to pay my increase that it's going to be. Can't I stop, not pay the tax? And I said, yes, that you have the right to do that, but that tax doesn't go away. So that tax that you don't pay, let's say this elderly person lives another 10 years. When they do pass, their estate is going to be billed for the 10 years of taxes that they didn't pay. It doesn't go away. So again, you still have to pay attention to that market value and fight it every year. Another example I had was somebody, a first-time home buyer. They contacted me and said, Tiffany, I got this tax statement, and honestly, I've never paid attention to it before because it's built into my escrow and I didn't think I had to because it's together. That is also a myth, because while it is in your mortgage payment, you have an escrow account separate from your principal and interest. And most people don't even realize, especially if they don't open that tax statement from the appraisal district, they don't even realize it right now when you can protest it. They realize it in October, because October is when most mortgage companies will pay your escrow. They'll pay your insurance, they'll pay your taxes for the next year. Then you'll get a letter from your mortgage company saying, whoa, 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 we're short on our escrow account because your taxes went up. That's when people find out, and it's too late to protest that at that point. Sometimes they're nice, but I would not count on them being nice. So then your mortgage payment does go up. And I have talked to people whose mortgage payment has already, since last year, increased $300-400. And if it continues to go that way, they may increase another $300 or $400. That's scary. We have to protect our property rights, our home ownership. So those are just a couple of examples. I'm happy to answer more questions. But yes, there's two values on your statement. So I'm going to go back to answer that question. How do we read it? You have your taxable, you have your market, and then you have a homestead cap. If you have a homestead on that property, and if it shows a homestead cap loss, you can bet the county wants to get that money. So they're going to keep increasing your market value and keep bridging that taxable value so that your property, you're paying more property tax, more and more and more every single year. So yes, pay attention to that. Protest it every year. I know that's the only answer we got. Protest, protest, protest. We need a better resolution is a better system. But that's going to take legislation, and that's going to take a long time. So in the short, right now, immediately, you've got to protest. That's really about our only option. So definitely do that. If anybody missed this, I am meeting a KLTV reporter this morning at 10 a.m. at Firegrounds Coffee here in Canton. If you would like to come join us, the more the merrier. If you just want to drive by and honk and support, that'd be great too. But we are definitely getting some traction and making a difference. And this is not just Van Zandt County. So if you're watching this and you're in, my aunt is in Denton County, or you're in Smith County, or Gregg County, or Harris County, wherever you are in the state of Texas, this is affecting everyone. Everyone. So let's band together, not just Van Zandt County. Another thing I wanted to bring up was about the appraisal board. I'm not saying anything bad about any of these particular members. They are just citizens like you and I serving on the board. However, we asked specifically in our meeting last week, was that this week or last week? I don't remember. Actually, it was this week. Sorry. Who appointed them? Because those are appointed positions, and they can be appointed by city council, the school board, and county commissioners. Everyone there, I don't know that everyone actually answered, but the ones that did answer were all appointed by the school board. Now, please don't take this statement to mean that I'm anti-school, because I am not. I was a teacher. I am pro-school. I know that they need funds. But the biggest majority of our appraised taxes already goes to the school. So if everybody on that board is appointed by the school, if they're all already appointed by the school, then there's no checks and balances to protect us and our interest in our property. You know, the school's the only one there. The school's asking for the most money. The schools are asking for bonds. And again, I'm not anti-school. I'm pro home ownership, property ownership. So keep that in mind. And we need to find out how these members are appointed, or who appointed them. And maybe some of you would like to serve on the board. I find it interesting. I think a broker would be a great member for that kind of board, because they obviously have very in-depth knowledge of the market, like myself. And that would probably benefit our homeowners. That's just my opinion. Let's see. If y'all have any questions, I'm kind of seeing y'all come through. Let me know. I'll try to answer them right now, but I will definitely share the information that I give or get from the KLTV reporter. So I'll put that out there as well. Oh, we are having a public forum, and Doc Collins, out of Edom, has put together a public forum for us to get together. The suggested meeting date for the appraisal board was June 1st. And I had an issue with that because that's after the protest deadline. So if we have questions, yes, Julie mentioned she's running for Canton ISD. Yes, we need to ask all these people running for school board how they feel about the property taxes. Did theirs go up? It would be very interesting to see how they feel about it. So thank you for pointing that out. I'm sorry, I think I said Julie Thornton, but Julie Franklin, sorry. And I lost my track of thought at that point. Let's see. If anybody wants to remind me what I was talking about, that'd be great. I'm so sorry. The next meeting, it was scheduled for June 1st. And that's after the protest date. I don't think that's a good enough date. They are trying to have it at 6 p.m. It's still not confirmed that I am aware of. It may be, but they did suggest having it at the Canton ISD auditorium. But before that, Doc Collins has put together a public forum, and we have invited the appraiser, chief appraiser, anyone interested, the commissioners, the city council, the school board. We have invited all of these people to come and hear, as well as hopefully be able to come up with some answers other than protests. But we have invited them. It's May 9th at the Farm Bureau meeting room at 6 p.m. So May 9th, 6 p.m., Farm Bureau meeting room here in Canton. So please join us. And the bigger noise, I always heard, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. So we've got to be the biggest squeaky wheel they've ever heard. And let's get other counties involved too, because this is, this is not a problem that's going to go away unless we stand up and remind them that they represent us. We the people, we put them there. We voted them there, and we can vote them right back out of the office. So, business partners. Okay, Tara Costal is running for school board. Great. And she is a licensed realtor. Yes. So Julie and Terica are both licensed realtors and running for school board. So they probably have a good idea of property values. That's very much, we can assume that. But again, I'm meeting KLTV at 10 a.m. If y'all want to come meet me there at Firegrounds Coffee, or just come by and honk and support, that'd be great. And I will share any information. But don't forget, May 9th, public forum, the Farm Bureau meeting room, 6 p.m. All right. Y'all have a great day. Bye.